Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be jumping into a series of clips from modern women regretting hookup culture. Now, today's episode was made by Detective Warg, so guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's going to be linked in the video description. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Someone took my bitch.
Have you ever gone on a coffee date that went so well that you both decide that you're going to take a nice sunset walk and you walk all the way to the next town over because you lost track of time, and then you have to make the 30-minute trek back too, and so you have a lot of time to talk, so you decide to start talking about your interests, and it turns out you're both really into art, and just to show him how into art you are, you decide that you're going to show him the wallpaper of your phone because it's a famous painting and you took a photo of it when you went to the museums a couple months ago, and you pull out your phone and you turn on the screen and there's just a Tinder notification.
I swear, man, some of these girls are straight crazy. Like, the amount that they talk and how quickly they talk, it's honestly worse than me when I record these videos and I'm hyped up on caffeine for the entire thing, you know? It's literally 20 times worse. I don't know how dudes actually sit on dates with a lot of these girls and get through to the end of them. It makes no sense to me.
Put a finger down if you were dating this guy and you guys went camping and took super cute pictures all weekend long, and then when you guys got home, you had to hop on a flight to Arizona to go visit your family, and you were gone for 2 weeks, and then once you got home, he came over and was sleeping at your house. So you have the password to his phone because you guys don't hide anything, right? And so you're like, okay, let me have your phone so I can send myself pictures from when we were camping. And so he gives you your phone, and then when you're going through it, he falls asleep. And so you're looking for the pictures, and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of pictures you don't want to see, and some videos, X-rated videos of him, and definitely not you. So you don't even wake him up. You just get all his stuff together and then tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, babe, I think, you know, you need to go home because, like, it's really hard for me to sleep right now and blah, 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 blah. So he's like, yeah, sure. So we get in the car, you drive him home and drop him off, and he's like, okay, see you later, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Gets out of the car, gets in his house, you don't ever talk to him again. And the next day you wake up and he left his, keys, his car keys, and a football, some clothes, a hat in your house. So then you message the girl that was in his phone and say, hey, I think I have some of your man's things. Can I drop them off? And kind of find out one of the car keys that he left was to her car. So you're messaging back and forth, and she finally gives you a day and time. And then you're like, you know what? I'm not available at that time, but I have your car keys, so let me just drop all his stuff off.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. Like, stop talking. Holy hell, man. So, number one, guys, I don't have any sympathy for women who engage in hookup culture, complaining about their dude who, like, used to have... I wasn't even listening to the first part of this, I'll be honest. I don't know if they were boyfriend or girlfriend or not. But if they weren't together, you know what I'm sick of, guys? Women shaming men for our past. Can't we just have a body count through the roof without being judged for it? You know, I don't think that's very positive, forward thinking of these liberated women. But, you know, I don't care when girls get on the internet and they complain about their dating lives and, like, say how, oh, this guy did this and this guy did that, because you're choosing the men. And guys, riddle me this, okay? How did she get the number, like the contact details of the girl that was in the phone? I was only half listening to this, but like she would have had to have like gone after or screenshotted or whatever the girl's details in the phone to then contact her later on. This reminds me of those situations, gentlemen, where like you'll have women say things like, oh man, I didn't know he was married, or like, it's crazy, I didn't realize he had a girlfriend. But it's actually really obvious when the man has a girlfriend or he's married. Women are attracted to men who have other women already. You would not believe how many of these girls get into these relationships or situationships. I'm not even sure what she's in. I wasn't listening. But you'd be surprised how many of these girls get into these situations and then they're like, man, I can't believe he had a girlfriend. Yeah, obviously.
Off into your car, and I'll just leave the keys in the console. So have fun with him from now on. Okay, thanks.
And you know what, guys? Like, the funny thing about these stories is, like, these girls could choose men who wouldn't do this to them, by the way. Like, in case you're feeling like feeling some sympathy here, these girls could choose dudes who would never in their entire lives cheat on them or go chase other girls or have other girls over or whatever. But the guys who don't have any women, number one, these girls aren't attracted to them, and number two, they're boring. Like, guys, if you sit down and you quiz women about their dating lives, they'll tell you how toxic all their ex-boyfriends are for the most part, right? How awful the previous guys are. But the dudes who are actually stable, who will give them positive reinforcement for their actions, who will be kind to them, like, they don't care about these dudes because they're boring. There's nothing interesting there for them. So I don't have any sympathy, guys. Let's keep going. This one says, when my roommate gives me very rational advice about my current situation, but I've already created a storyline for the entire thing in my head and straying from it is just not possible. So she's chasing a bad boy who doesn't want to commit to her, and then her roommate is saying, obviously it's a stupid idea, but wouldn't you know it, she continues to chase the bad boy.
Day 2 of stitching my roommate's TikToks. I'm the roommate. That boy is a stranger. If he ghosts you, what will you miss?
Having a boyfriend.
His name?
Shut up. No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
What can you miss? He's a stranger. You met him 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
No, 3.
Yeah, look, are we gonna count the day he didn't talk to you?
Whoa!
Are we gonna count the day he didn't?
Whoa!
How can you be upset over a stranger?
Because we're supposed to go on a date. If we're supposed to go on a date and we have one planned and you ghost me, that's rude.
Yeah, so basically what she did was she went and she got with a random dude on an application who she doesn't even know, and then she feels as though she has been slighted because the dude subsequent to that didn't want to set up a date with her that he agreed on. Okay, now the guy agreed for the date, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Okay, can you guys imagine, right, being this woman's father, and you have an accurate representation, like, of her dating life, okay? So not what she's told you, but what's actually true, because she'd never tell you the truth. But imagine for a second you were this woman's father, and you got to see her dating life. How absolutely ashamed you must be. You know what I'm saying? And this is what 21st century dating is like, guys, where, like, women and other women have convinced each other that it's somehow empowering to go out here and do these questionable things. Like, it's somehow, like, it makes you a queen, right? Or having a body count that's just through the roof is somehow a good thing to have. You know? Like, and then they wonder, guys, like, later on when they can't find boyfriends and husbands or dudes who actually want to take them seriously, but it's because of the decisions that they made throughout their life.
And you ghost me.
Hey girls, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, so you're all just gonna repeat after me, and if the shoe fits, you're gonna wear it. We've got 4 things to repeat here. Ready? His lack of interest. His lack of interest. Good. In me is unattractive.
Did the girls watching this video not feel incredibly patronized? Like, I feel as though she's talking to me as though I'm a toddler, by the way. So I don't know how her audience feels about this, but it says there is nothing desirable about someone who does not desire you. Guys, this is the common trend, okay? I guarantee you, I'm not on TikTok right now for this video, but I guarantee you, this TikTok probably has a few thousand likes on it, a very good amount of views, and a bunch of girls in the comments going, oh, so true, sister. And this is why I don't feel sorry for these girls who complain about their dating lives, because they're choosing dudes who don't desire them and then trying to brainwash themselves out of desiring the bad boys, even though it will never change their mind.
Ready for another one? His lack of effort in dating me. His lack of effort in dating me is, you guessed it, unattractive. Okay, got it.
I mean, you can try and convince yourself of that all that you like. It's really funny to me, guys, like how they'll try and brainwash themselves into not liking bad boys. Like, you like bad boys, it is what it is. Just say that you make stupid decisions and you date casually because that's all you can do. You can't keep a guy around, you make terrible decisions. Just own the fact that you make terrible decisions. Like, it's amazing to me how, like, she'll sit here on a video and women will try and brainwash themselves that they don't like the things that they do. This is why, guys, it's very important, particularly as men, if you're a dude who's dating or not dating, it doesn't matter, not to listen to advice from women on TikTok. It makes absolutely no sense.
His lack of urgency. In pursuing me is unattractive. Good, okay, got it. And lastly, his lack of excitement.
Oh, I'm skipping this, man. Stop talking. I've had enough of that.
That is all.
Sir, I clicked your profile and looking like Gru seems like a struggle in itself already, so I will choose peace today. I'm gonna give a really quick rundown of what happened, but spoiler alert, he did catch feelings. So yeah, I was somebody's friends with benefits for a year and a half.
Very empowering, very liberated. I'm super proud of you.
But since we were just friends, of course I was not gonna stop myself from going out and seeing other people.
Of course, why would you? Because even if you wanted a relationship with a man, what better way to do it than to try and manipulate him and make him jealous?
So I met somebody and we hit it off really, really well. So I told the original guy and I said, hey, look, I met somebody else. It's getting kind of serious and I like him. So yeah. This guy drives to my city because we don't live in the same city. He stays at my house for 4 days, straight up tells me that he likes me, he's liked me this whole time, and just tries to convince me to be with him basically over the next couple days.
This man is an absolute clown for doing that. If he wanted to string you along, all he'd have to say is, okay, bye. And that would be it. The funny thing is, get this, guys. This is how crazy these situations are, okay? This woman, I'm going to guess, probably did not even care about the other guy who she was quote-unquote making it serious with. I think she went out there, she found this other guy, and maybe they hooked up or whatever, but she went back to the original guy and said, hey, it's getting serious, to try and provoke an emotional reaction out of him. She was simply trying to manipulate him. The first guy was better off just saying, yeah, okay, bye. Or like, hit me up when you want to hang out again, cool. You just say okay. And she'll be like, oh, no, but, like, things didn't work out between a blah, 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 blah. Like, this woman only brought up the other guy, in my opinion, just to make the first man jealous. Also, imagine, guys, if you were the second man in this situation, okay? And you wanted to have a serious thing with this woman. You are an absolute clown for doing so, considering this woman had a 1.5 year friends with benefits with another dude. Can't wait to wife that up. You know, like, please explain to me how that makes sense, where in any situation you would be dude number 2 and you would happily take this woman in a relationship. That makes no sense.
And after 4 days of going to the beach, going on dates, watching movies, like him getting me food, I'm still like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah. And I guarantee you guys, she was probably more invested in the guy to begin with, but now she got the emotional validation out of him. Now she's on to the next thing.
So the goofy part isn't that I couldn't get him to catch feelings for me. It's that I gave him that much time and that many chances.
Yeah, see? Because she was the one that cared more about him. So she did this quote-unquote power play to manipulate him. And then it worked. And now we're hearing a TikTok about it because she's empowered, you know?
When he didn't deserve it. On his part, though, the cowardly part, only trying to keep what you have when you're losing it is cowardly. Moral of the story, anybody that only recognizes your worth when somebody else sees it too does not know your worth. I can't complain though. I've been with that new guy for 4 years now, and I'm just super happy.
That guy who has been with you for 4 years is an absolute simp. Absolute simp. The fact that this guy would have a relationship with you after he was, number one, used to manipulate the first guy, and number two, you were having a friends with benefits with the first guy for 1.5 years is something that's absolutely amazing to me, guys. Like, dudes will be out here and just have a relationship with absolutely anything, it seems. You know, like, guys, consider this, okay? This woman is calling the first guy cowardly, but really she used her long-term boyfriend now, apparently, just to manipulate the first guy into validating her. Like, that's, imagine that, guys. That's like, that's got to be somewhere on the spectrum of being an absolute sociopath. I don't know where it sits on there, but it's got to be on there somewhere. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. And guys, I forgot to leave this screen up, but don't forget to go and subscribe to Detective Warg. His channel is going to be linked in the video description. And without further ado, guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode, and also to say a little bit of an announcement. We are going to be recruiting more members to Fiend Gang, so if this is something that interests you, you want to be a content creator, make sure you check out the link in the video description. It's going to be somewhere near the top. There's one for a creator application, and then also if you're someone who makes music, if you make beats, we're also looking for someone who can make beats for the channel as well. So if either of these interest you, make sure that you check them out. And as always, guys, just again, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you in the next one for real this time. Peace.